Hello, everyone. Good morning once again. I'm here with GBPCAD at the moment, and despite the fact that we are on a bearish momentum, as we can see, since let's see, but on the chart here since March, we've been on a bearish momentum as we continue to see lower lows since since March, and price has continued to find that lower low structure. And what appears at this point, if we zoom closely on the 4 hours time frame, is that since price touched 1.59 or 1.56 area, it has rejected it a couple of times. And you can see what happened here. We saw the second rejection here, and price appears to be continuing to the upside. So in this regard, the first thing that came to my mind was that this is good. This is probably a good demand zone that price is actually reject respecting, as sellers find it difficult to move price further down from this area. So allow me to label this demand zone. Label this a demand zone. Good. And now with that demand zone there, then it's giving us an hint of probably a reversal pattern. And what the first thing that came to my mind is the double bottom structure. Double bottom structure, which is also a very strong reversal pattern, as we can see here. Now that we have a reversal pattern appearing at this point, it is yet to be confirmed, as we need to see a breakout of structure, a breakout of structure, a retest into structure, which is a confirmation of a trend continuation to the upside. So the next thing we'll be able to be looking out for is how can we take advantage of this bullish momentum if it finally happens. However, even if it finally happens, how do we want to take that advantage? So if we look closely and zoom in further, pulling out our line chart, we can see that we have a trend line right at the top here, which is also been respected for quite a while, which has been respected for quite a while. And we might be looking forward to the breakout of the structure as a signal that we are going on a reversal pattern at this point. So from the perspective of the 4 hours time frame, this is what we can see at this point in time. Now, if we want to draw a key level, if we look at this closely, we want to draw a key level at an area where it has been at one point a support level, as you can see there, and at one point it has been a resistant level. And if you look closely into the structure I'm saying here, you can see we had a support level around here, we had a resistant level around here and here. So in that regard, we want to find a key level, and if we pull out our line chart, we're going to see that we have something around this area we can play around with, and that is falling around let's see, 1.60, 700, 1.60, 900, and close to 1.61. I think I let's use 1.61 as something to play around with at this point, considering the round figure, and also um, being a strong psychological number. So we have our key level here, and if you label it, we say key level at 1.61. And what does this key level do to us? It allows us to, it guides us into taking an opportunity on the trade. So should it happen that we witness a breakout of this key level and trend line, we look for a retest of structure for confirmation of this reversal pattern fully maturing. So this is what we can see here on the 4 hours time frame. So if we scale down to, let's say, the 1 hour time frame, what can we find on that 1 hour time frame? On the 1 hour time frame, the bearish trend line is still evident. We are still looking for breakout of that structure. We are still looking for a breakout of that structure for a signal and a confirmation at a retest of structure. However, if we go down to a much lower time frame, let's say the 15 minutes time frame, can we see something to play around with? I think we can. If we look closely into what's happening on the lower time frame, we can see that we have a structure around here that has been a support level and a structure around there that has been a resistant level here on the 15 minutes time frame, hereby giving us a clue that we might be having another key level around this area. So if we look closely and zoom into what is happening in the last 1 to 2 hours, we saw a final breakout of that structure here this morning, and we might be looking for a retest of that structure, find a reversal pattern around this area to take advantage of the uptrend continuation. So what me I did personally was this: I placed a buy limit order at this area here. I placed the buy limit around this area, and that's about 1.59940, and we'll be looking for a structure where price comes into this neckline and sends price to the upside. So if that happens, then we might be having an opportunity to scoop in quite a lot of pips, a lot of profits on this trade. So let's go back to our 4 hours time frame and let's look out for where our take profit target is going to be at this point. So if we look at what is happening, we saw that we had this bearish move before we saw this. We saw this impulse leg around here before we started seeing reversal setup from this area. So if we pull out our retracement tool and run this through this impulse leg, at least for the meantime, let us just take some profit and let's see if price is going to play out as expected. And if we have a breakout of that structure, then we can be planning to actually do a continuation to the upside. So if our golden zone falls around 786 and 50% retracement of that impulse leg, so we'll be having our profit target around this area. And let me have this yellow. Oh, no, I'm not extending it. No, plus I'm not extending it. So we'll be having our profit target around that area, and that's like around how many pips they're about. If you look at it, if you can take it from here, that is, if price comes into that neckline, like I shared with you on the 15 minutes time frame, we might be having around a minimum of say 200, 250 pips thereabout. But if we wait for structure for breakout of this key level, which is also shares a confluence with the breakout of bearish trend line, then we might be looking at a possibility of pushing price as far as 280 pips thereabout. So at this point, I would like to pause the video and let's see how price action plays out in the next couple of hours. And whatever happens, I will make sure I give an update in the comment section on my TradingView account. In this regard, I would like to pause the video here and keep our fingers crossed and watch what happens as time goes by. Good morning.